I, 20F, have been best friends with Lisa, 20F, for the past 2 years. We started being friends around the same time she began dating her boyfriend, James, 20M. 5 months into their relationship, I introduced Lisa to another friend of mine, Ben, 20M, who she took an immediate liking to. They started talking constantly and hanging out 24/7. She has always been pretty flirty with everyone, so it was no different with Ben. However, she would also cuddle Ben in bed, claiming that cuddling could be platonic. Eventually, I guess he confessed he liked her and they held hands, leading Lisa to break up with James. The details are blurry, but Lisa and Ben got intimate, but Lisa decided she wanted to get back together with James, so she ended it with Ben and reunited with James, all of which happened in a 4-day span. She was really upset after this situation and said that she knows what she did was cheating and would never do it again and cross boundaries like she did with Ben. She never did end up telling James about it, and they continued on dating. Flash forward to 2 years later. We have a friend group consisting of us two and 2 other guys, Adam and Pat, 19M. Adam had a long-term girlfriend of 4-ish years. Same thing happened with Adam and Lisa. They were constantly talking, constantly hanging out. Adam had been wanting to break up with his girlfriend, and talking to Lisa convinced him to finally rip the Band-Aid off. We all continued on as friends, and Adam started dating Melanie. Melanie was initially okay with all of us being friends, but after meeting the group, she didn't like Lisa and didn't want Adam to interact with her anymore. Adam distanced himself from the group, but came back after a couple months. Here is where this all gets messy. Lisa had been complaining about James pretty much all throughout their relationship. James has mental health issues and struggles to do basic tasks like getting out of bed, so Lisa was unhappy with his inability to be a proper boyfriend. I have been telling her to break up with James since the start. I didn't see how James could even begin to be a good boyfriend if he couldn't take care of himself, but Lisa always came up with excuses like, "But I still love him," and would occasionally joke that she couldn't break up with him until she had another guy lined up. Lisa became close with another guy, Lee, 23M, and when she complained about James to Lee, he told her to break up with James, and she ended up doing it. Within 2 days of their breakup, Lisa gets into Lee's bed and they get intimate. Lisa and Lee continued to have a relationship for 3 weeks, all of which I kept bringing up that I felt that what Lisa was doing was disrespectful to her previous boyfriend. Lisa says that she is just making up for the times James was a bad boyfriend to her. James was never abusive or mean, just incompetent. After 3 weeks, Adam breaks up with Melanie and confesses to Lisa that he wants to be with her. Lisa agrees that she wants to be with Adam too, so she breaks it off with Lee and they get together. I brought up my concerns that she was moving on too fast. Lisa tells me that this is the last time she's jumping onto another guy as she knows Adam is the one for her. I told her that I didn't see how this would be a healthy way to begin a relationship if they really wanted to have a long-lasting relationship. Lisa agrees that they were moving a bit fast and that she wouldn't act on her feelings for a couple months and they would remain just friends. However, she immediately starts telling me all the romantic things Adam is doing for her, and she sends me a photo of her kissing Adam's cheek just a couple days after agreeing to be friends. She tells me, very excitedly, that they had their first kiss within the first week as well. I had heard that she has a history of jumping from guy to guy, even before this situation happened, and I wanted to hear from Lee's side of the story. I asked Lisa if I could talk to him, and she agreed and didn't seem to care. Lee pointed out some inconsistencies in her story, though I didn't bother to mention it to her. Lee and I became friends and hung out a handful of times. It came up in conversation with Lisa and she told me she didn't want me to be friends with him anymore as he was an ex. I ended our friendship there because I felt like she was not being honest with me and with everyone else. She claims not to have orchestrated this entire situation, but I find that hard to believe. I don't think she does it maliciously, but it seems clear to me that the people in her life are like pawns, very easily disposable.